Hi, I'm David Bell for kiwiconnexion.nz. Today's episode explains what it means to practice Christian faith. Have you ever used the phrase vicious cycle or vicious circle? For example, we talk about the vicious cycle of poverty and how the poor get poorer while the wealthy get wealthier. Then there's the opposite phrase, the virtuous circle or virtuous cycle, meaning each event reinforces a new, more positive outcome. And that's a very sound description of what Christian faith is all about. To practice faith is to be active in looking for and working towards positive life outcomes. It doesn't necessarily involve naming or declaring anything, but rather intentionally seeking to stand within the intersection of faith and life. This engagement could be in the public square, it could be in the life of the church community, or the private and personal spheres. We can discern from that when it's necessary to name and speak of God and when it's not necessary. In the latter, we can practice speaking from God. Etienne Grieux, a French theologian, said if we can learn to distinguish between speaking of God and speaking from God, then our Christian way might be heard more easily in our secular societies. Instead of telling people what we think God is all about, instead we identify those causes and concerns for people and society that do need the power and the grace of the way for transformation. In other words, doing without finding it necessary to name. Even more importantly, this offers a way of filling faith communities with a new, invigorating purpose, and that is discovering what God means for the individual and the community as a whole. In that context, we speak the truth with love. Grieux suggests miracles are still possible within and for such communities. I agree. Join me again next week for more practical theological reflection. Do like, share and subscribe. And thanks for watching.